Hi, this is Alice again from the Childless Cat Lady podcast. Hope everybody's doing well and everybody had a great weekend. Okay, where to start? Oh my God, I tell you, I swear I could just jump out of a window. I am so sick. I am so sick and tired of hearing about this goddamn idiot, Donald Trump. I mean, my God, now that we have, let's see, midnight, we could have these tariffs imposed unless he chickens out again and gives an extension. And, the guy, what was his name? Douglas Ford from Canada said, okay, if you want to give us tariffs, we don't have any problems with cutting off your gas and your electricity. And of course, I live in one of the states where the electricity could go off because Con Ed receives its gas and electricity from Canada. I mean, I don't know. Is anybody else with me? Are you tired of this freaking GOP party screwing around with our lives? First, it's the federal workers that have been cut off. I mean, fired or whatever. Their lives have been destroyed. MAGA voters and people who did not vote for Trump. I mean, please. And what was it? The jobless claims, the unemployment claims, are over from last week. They say it was like 220,000 new claims. Probably because they don't even have the real numbers. It's probably over 500,000. I mean, this is what we voted for. I did not vote for this man. I do not appreciate the chaos and the stupidity of this individual. My God. I mean, like I said, the thing is that America has gone backwards. They could not stomach the fact that they did not want a female because most men in this country, these MAGA men, they hate women, they're misogynists, and they want women to be barefoot and pregnant. They don't want us to have any type of independence from them. So the thing is that these people voted for this guy thinking that, oh, it's just the minorities that are going to be affected. No, it's everybody now is affected. Now they're screaming and crying, oh, I lost my job and this, that, and the other. It's ridiculous. You didn't do the research. You just depended on social media and said, oh, if OAN, Fox News, and all these other right-wing lunatics who are paid by billionaires, people, do you think that these people spread this garbage for free? The billionaires are paying them to keep you stupid because you refuse to do your own research and find out what the hell is happening. I mean, my God, you would have to be brain dead to believe anything from Fox News, OAN, Joe Rogan, or any of these right-wing people that keep spouting these lies and, depending on your fear. Your fear is what's holding you back. This is why you voted for this man. You thought that, oh, he's just going to take care of the problem. He's going to get rid of the immigrants and this, that, and the other. And it won't affect me. However, now you see it affects everybody. They don't care who they fire. It's just a broad stroke and everyone's gone. Whether you're black, white, pink, blue, or green, they do not care. And now you're seeing in harsh daylight what the outcome is and what happens when you are foolish and you give your vote to a person who claimed bankruptcy 6 times. I think it's more like 10 times. Someone who bankrupt a casino, who made a casino go bust. Who can bankrupt a casino except Trump? Like Obama said, everything Trump touches turns to garbage. He lost $450 million. If somebody gave me $450 million, if I was able to inherit that kind of money, I would have been able to grow that money. I would have been able to build foundations and help people, because that's what you do when you have that type of money. You don't mindlessly spend it on cars and other frivolous things that can just disappear after a certain amount of time, where you get tired of and you don't care about them. This is what happens when you give irresponsible people power and money. They don't care. They love to keep the average person stupid so that they can just keep saying, oh yes, we care about you, this, that, and the other. And they brainwash you into thinking that they know what's best for you. And then when you see the results, you're surprised, like, oh, I can't believe that they did that to us. It is ridiculous. I've been hearing all day how people have been upset. These town halls, podcasters on YouTube screaming and yelling. I mean, really. And they're saying, how could these people have voted for this moron? And I say that every day too. I mean, we sealed our faith with November 5th. It doesn't make any sense how stupid we were to think, or some of us were, a percentage of us were, to think that this man gave a crap about the average American. Who's going to pay for all those tax cuts that they're going to push through? You know who's going to pay? We are. The thing is that the middle class, what's left of it, the lower middle class and the poor, they pay the most taxes. The ultra wealthy, they pay what, altogether, maybe 5 to 8% of the taxes. And then you're going to lower the taxes for these corporations, bringing in less revenue. As my mother used to say, I hate paying taxes, but that's what keeps the country running. And most of you don't even understand how the government works. And I'm not saying I'm a government expert, but my God, I try to stay in touch with what is going on in the world today and try to get a clue. And I will admit that before this creature came to office, the creature named Trump, I didn't really worry about what was going on in the world. I mean, I knew there was things going on, but I had this, kind of like rose-colored glasses on, not worrying about an administration destroying our freedoms, taking rights away from women, destroying our the way we help people here and around the world, and firing people willy-nilly, and essential agencies like the FAA, and with all of these plane crashes and everything. I mean, do you see the connection? This man is total chaos. He's in his dotage and he's dying, and he's going to take us all down with it. And the thing is that, did anyone see the stock market? It was down almost 700 points because the idiot announced the tariffs. The tariffs that nobody wants or needs. And the thing is that these countries like Canada, China, Mexico, and all of the former allies are now turning against us, and they're not going to take it. The thing is that I could be without power tomorrow. A lot of people in New York could be without power tomorrow unless the Dottie moron goes back and says, okay, we'll hold off on tariffs for another month. It's ridiculous. And, thank goodness Europe came together. I mean, I guess the only thing that's good about the whole debacle that happened on Friday between Zelensky and that disgusting ganging up of Team Vance and Team Trump against Zelensky, the only thing that was good about it was a wake-up call to Europe, because I will say this much: the United States has always put their money into the military and providing aid for countries to defend themselves. Unfortunately, in the case of Israel, with those 2,000-pound bombs that they're going to be sending over to Israel, if there's anything less left of Gaza and the poor Palestinians, that is going to be a nightmare. And you know what? The thing is that there's going to be blood on the hands of the Trump administration and Benjamin Netanyahu. The thing is that you cannot commit these atrocities and not pay for it in the end. The thing is that this blood will be on your hands. And as I said in my previous podcast, I don't know what the Palestinians or Hamas or whoever it was on their side was thinking when they started this war. I mean, the thing is that they should have known that the U.S. with with the backing of the U.S. For Israel, that they were going to be obliterated off the planet. I mean, it is sad to see the state of the world. So getting back to Zelensky and this ridiculous meeting on Friday, February 28th, the only thing that was good about it was that the 13 nations finally came together and had a rude wake-up call saying, okay, we're going to get together and we're going to make plans and everything. And the thing is that a lot of the European countries and everything were, purchase the military equipment from the U.S. and, that gives people's jobs in the U.S. However, it seems like the Europeans are on track to start pooling their resources together and going away from purchasing from the U.S. So there we go again, another brilliant move by Trump. People will lose their jobs over here, their manufacturing jobs. Remember he said, oh, I'll bring the manufacturing jobs back. What a joke. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is the path that you take when you're a narcissist and you're a megalomaniac and you have lost your damn mind. Let's just put it this way. Dimension riddled and lost his mind. He said that he was going to be a dictator on day one. Well, we know that's not true. And he said he was out for revenge. And by God, he has kept his promise. It is horrible what has come to this country. And I just saw a headline, about 15 minutes ago. 7,000 people at the Social Security Administration were cut by good old Elon Musk, somebody who doesn't even live here legally, who has no right to be here. Tell me how we have come to this country, to this point in time, where somebody from South Africa, who's not even a U.S. citizen, who has a visa that expired, tell me how we have evolved into to be a country where we're controlled by a crazy political party, a president who is out of his mind, and somebody from South Africa who's making decisions on who has a job and who will be fired. How did we come to this point? I mean, we were never a perfect country, but for the last, ever since that thing took office in 2016, won the 2016 election, we have been on a downhill trajectory, and now all of us are going to be feeling the pain of what this man is putting us through. It is terrible. And these GOP leaders who are running away from town halls and they don't want to hear what the constituents are saying, they're cowards. They're all cowards. And the thing is that the Democrats need to put out a better message and get with the program and start saying, hey, this is what happens when you vote for this, and lay out a plan of what they can do. I mean, the thing is that Kamala Harris put together a great campaign within a 2-month time frame that she had. She gave it her all, but because of the racism and the prejudice and the misogynistic attitudes of this country, no one could elect a woman of color. You couldn't even elect Hillary Clinton because she was a woman, and you believe these lies that the GOP party put out about her, about whatever it was, about the emails and the illegal this and the legal that. But now this country is run by a convicted felon, rapist, and God knows whatever else is going on. I mean, the free press, the Associated Press, can't even come to the White House. Reuters can't come to the White House. But somebody from TASS, the Russian news agency, they were invited, but then they were supposedly removed during that dreadful encounter that Zelensky had to endure with Trump and Vance. Ugh, please. Anyway, I'm not gonna go on. I mean, I could be up all night, yelling and screaming because I'm just really frustrated. I'm so glad my mother's not alive to see this crap. I'm glad I don't have to tell her that her Social Security has been reduced or cut off. I'm glad I don't have to tell her what is going on in this country. She's in a much better place than the rest of us because they say, is there a heaven and is there a hell? This is hell. We are living on in hell, okay? Because when you have to have your future and your livelihood depend on lunatics, you're living in hell. So we don't have to worry about if hell really exists because we're living it every day. And the only thing that was good out of the weekend, besides the weather, it was great to see the American people rise up at all of these town halls and downtown in New York, and also too in Vermont, where J.D. Vance, after making an ass out of himself, had the nerve to think he was just going to go up to Vermont and have a vacation with his family. Well, he got an earful and an eyeful of how the people of Vermont felt about him. So, the thing is that I guess his feelings are hurt. But, the thing is that get used to it, because when you support this garbage, when you support the destruction, the willful destruction, and go along with somebody who wants to wreak revenge on people, get used to people hating you. I mean, please. Maybe the thing is that we've taken our freedoms and everything for granted, and I will admit I was one of them, but my God, I am so angry, and we all are angry, and maybe the people can get through to this stupid administration and make them change their course, because the way they're going, we're headed to a stock market crash, we're headed to a huge recession, we're headed to the point where if you go out and come back from your grocery store, if you from shopping or whatever, you will be lucky if you come back alive, because people are going to be desperate. You're cutting SNAP benefits and everything, and food stamps and God knows wherever else. And the thing is that you're going to create a country where people are going to be scared to go out of their house. And you may even have it where you can't have your groceries delivered because the drivers will be attacked. So this is what we have come to, people. This is what happens when a certain amount of people vote for an imbecile. You reduce the country to uncertainty, where we're hated by our former allies, because I don't think we have any allies. And the thing is that any diplomatic alliances that we had have been shredded. They have been shredded, and there isn't any guarantee that we can even repair the damage, because all of this garbage, all of this chaos was unnecessary. It's just the brainchild of a demented mush brain moron who never should have been put back in the White House. Everybody warned us, don't put him in the White House. Don't put him in the White House. Oh, no. He'll take care of us. Yes, he's taking care of us. He's doing a great job. We're all in great shape. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? We could all be without electricity. We could be fired from our jobs. Oh, the future is looking so bright. Well, anyway, I think I've said enough for today. And, I just hope, somebody can talk some sense, drive some sense into that fat skull of his and make him back off on these tariffs. Because I'm telling you, if we do not back off and stop irritating people, we are going to be beyond isolated. I mean, it's just not a good future ahead for us. Well, anyway, I hope everyone, thank you for listening. Sorry if I was a bit loud, but I'm just so frustrated. I'm just tired of this this endless nonsense about what's going on, because it doesn't have to be this way. But hopefully we will make it out all right. Well, thank you for listening to me. I will be back later on, and I hope everybody has a good evening. You take care, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.